Yo, bartender.
Bar's closed.
Hey, yo, bartender, what's good, man? Let me get a drink, man. Let me get a shot.
Hey, man, I know you just pulled up to the bar, but we closed.
Come on, man. You gotta be able to give me a shot, man. Come on.
You look like you need a drink, man, but I hate to tell you this, man. We about to close.
So you mean to tell me all these people out here, they got drinks and they got shots, but I can't get nothing. The bar closed that soon?
Okay, man, I don't know what else to say. I got this shorty half my age at the crib, and I'm trying to get to her. But last call was 10 minutes ago.
You know what? It's alright. Don't even worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna get you one drink, cause it look like you need
one drink. I can do one drink. I can do one drink, cause I really yeah.
Hey, man, anything, man. Look like you got a lot on your mind and you need a friend right now. Pour it on me. Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
All right, welcome to Bar Talk with Jay.
Welcome.
One of the things I want to say is brought to you by Camo Dumpsters. We're doing great things. We're right now in Tennessee and Wrigley, and also in Missouri. And I like to be in a lot of other places. I was mentioning in many shows before. I can't give you all the locations of where we're trying to go. I will just give you a hint. One is even trying to tackle Nashville. Trying to knock out a lot of things in Tennessee, and then, of course, you start seeing me in neighboring states.
Okay.
Trying to grow it because I came from a lot of different great things. And, again, I ain't got to mention my past. Just understand my future. I learned a lot of things, and I want to show you some of the things that I learned.
Yes.
And customer service is one of the number one things that I got embedded in me. So come over here and find out when you come to Camo.
Yes.
Now I got to get back to the person that rocking. Over 6 years with me. I tell y'all each and every time they come in with a smile, I'm not hating, I'm only trying to appreciate. Craftmatic, how you doing tonight, big baby?
Doing good, Jay. Laser focus, man.
Hey, you always focus, always smile.
Laser focus, bruh. It's time to get ready for the new year.
Ooh.
And boy, I'm on fire.
You
man.
on fire?
I'm on fire. Cause 2023 is gonna be my year, bruh. It's gonna
Okay.
be my year. And
Claim it, baby.
yeah, it's gonna be
Say
my
it.
year. It's done. It's a wrap.
Why 2023?
Well,
I seen it in 2022.
okay. Yeah.
Don't make nobody think you gotta wait for nothing.
There you go.
One thing I
There
know
you go.
about you, you start putting wheels in motion when you had that plan, that knowledge, what you wanted to do. Please understand all I'm saying to
Yes.
people. Quit waiting to a new year to start new things.
Yeah.
Start incorporating it now. Let 23 show the resolve from 2022.
Yes, and that's exactly what I need to do, Jay. And listen, I am so proud of you, my friend. You actually took the bull by the horns in the last couple of years.
Woo, let me tell you,
And-
it's rough rock, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
This man has had so much growth in his life, in his personal and professional life. It just is not funny.
Woo.
And I'm proud of you, Jay. Super proud of you, man.
Well, let me tell you, thank you for the words of encouragement. One of the things I love to tell anybody, having somebody like Craft, Booby, people in my crew, Barb, and everybody that poured into Bar Talk with Jay, just to hear them see my growth and see the things I'm trying to do and the appreciation, man. These are the people you need to be surrounded by,
Yes.
not my crew.
Yes.
I'm selfish. Can't have my crew. But for everybody that knows what I'm talking about, it's a lovely thing knowing people that celebrate you, not tolerate you. These are the people you want around you. Again, it's going to make you want to gravitate to them because of me. Quit hating. They won't do the same for you. I'm just
Right.
playing. They got a beautiful heart, and I want y'all to be around beautiful people. And they showed it with me, and that right there makes this show great.
Absolutely. I think a great way to introduce our show. This is Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth Jay. And of course, we are here to liberate your minds and souls with a great dialogue. Tonight, we're talking about your plans for success in 2023. And we're going to bring out all kinds of ideas. Get your pen and paper ready.
Come on.
Because when Jay and I go in on these subjects, we bring a lot of inspiration to the
Yes.
forefront. And we give you a lot of concrete ideas about how you can focus on your life. So
Yes.
we want to thank you folks for being here with us tonight. This is just our opportunity to be leaders here in our own community. And of course, we just hope that you can grow from this show. Our stories, our plans, our opinions, we hope that it makes a difference in your mind and help you get some direction about how you can be your greatest possibility in 2023. Of course, we always start the show off with a prayer. And I know, Jay, did you want to do a
I
prayer?
don't know, Crab. Go ahead and hit them over the head since we talking about a new, man. We ain't going to just keep it on what everybody say of the new year. Let's give them a prayer over a new mindset.
Okay.
A
Then
reset.
let's hand this show over to the Lord. Heavenly Father, we thank you for just another day. We thank you for your grace and your mercy and your power and your peace and your love and your blessings all over our life. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would speak to us tonight about the year of 2023. We ask that you would guide us in the right areas of our life, in the right direction. We ask that you would give us great insight as to how we can make more progress in life. We ask, Father, that you would be close to us and with us and steer us all the way through this year. Let this be a magnificent year in our actions. Let this be a magnificent year in our blessings. Let this be a magnificent blessings just in our intention to be great within ourselves. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would be here tonight in this show, that you would do your good and perfect work. Speak intelligence, speak power, speak progress and success into our lives tonight. We ask all of this in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Hope somebody fell down.
Amen. Yes, I fell down. And if you let me go, I go about another hour. I do in my own
living room. That's the show.
I'm thinking, right off the bat, man, we cannot go into this year like we went into last year. We got to set the year ablaze with prayer. That means I would probably say first and foremost that you want to pray over every single month of the year, starting right now. Literally lay out 12 months right in front of you and say, you know what, I'm going to pray over every single month before we go into that month. Now me, I'm praying over the whole year. Just like that. January, I'm going to be at, a 3 on my success. In February, I'm going to be at a 4. In March, I'm going to be at a 5. And I know that every single month of the year is going to get better and better and better. And it doesn't have to get easier, but it definitely has to get more successful. And I've got to get more insight, and I've got to get more of a grip on where I'm going, and I've got to get more guidance and more answers. And so what I'm actually doing is projecting God over my entire life.
Okay.
Right? And so if you just ask God to make this a fabulous year, he'll make it a fabulous year. Right. Doesn't mean it won't come with setbacks. Doesn't mean it won't come with some hardships. It doesn't mean it won't come with some stress and some strain and but it does mean that he's going to push you in the direction of your desires. Right? As long as your desires are in alignment with his desires, he'll push you to where you want to go. Oftentimes, God follows our lead. Because think about it this way. If you want to be a millionaire, right? God will make a way for you to be a millionaire. But if you don't have the faith to ask to be a millionaire, you're never going to even go that direction. Right? And in fact, what will happen is because of your lack of faith, you'll end up making $40,000, $50,000 when he could have put you in a position to go and make $200,000 or $500,000 or $1 million for that year.
Right.
You see, I think all of life is based on our faith, and we need to strengthen our faith before we go into a new year. Have the faith to ask for something beyond your ability to touch. Sometimes you ask for things that are beyond your ability to even see yourself doing, especially if people are dealing with sickness and healing issues. You may have been dealing with this sickness for several years, this illness, this challenge, this pain, this struggle, whatever you may have been with. But this year, you're going to ask that to overcome it.
Breakthrough.
This year, you're going to ask that it be healed, it be fixed. This year, you're going to ask from, I can't even walk right now. I just want to run a lap around the track one time this year.
Say it.
Right? That means you're putting your faith in something bigger than you have the ability to achieve on your own. And that's where you're asking God to do the work. And so I'm thinking this year has to start out with a powerful prayer. Not only does the year need to start out with a powerful prayer, but every single day needs to start out with a powerful prayer.
I got you.
You know, I did this one segment in Minecraft that says we need to lean on a higher power.
Okay.
I don't know that you can get forward movement without leaning on a higher power. You can only do so much yourself.
Correct.
You know, I've been in the car business for many years. I've been in sales my entire career. And you almost never know where your customer is going to come from. But over and over and over, I believed that the customer was coming. And not only was the customer going to come, that I was going to be the only person who can help that customer satisfy their needs. I was going to be the only one they would listen to. I was going to be the only one they would want to talk to. And I would also pray that they would come with the right resources to help me move forward in my life.
Yes.
Right? That, this week I'm going to make $1,000 this week. I'm going to make $2,000 this week. I'm going to make $5,000 this week. And how am I going to do it? Not on my own accord, but in my faith in the higher power. So we all need to lean on a higher power for 2023. And I just want you to ask yourself how you're going to do it. What you think, Jay?
I think that's one of the key things. Again, if nobody understands the analogy, again, car sales is not a given. You don't know what's going to be.
Right.
And to keep that positive attitude that there's going to come.
Right.
Keeps you from being depressed.
Right.
And I really want somebody to hear what he's saying right now, because you're not trying to apply that. These are formulas, okay?
These are formulas.
He's saying
yes.
in the car industry. You might not be in the car industry, but you could be in the sales industry.
Right.
Selling stuff. You're going to get depressed when you don't see the people that you can sell it to no more. He's saying don't get depressed. Pray over it. Think on it. Make sure you keep a positive mindset of what's going to happen. So when it comes, then somebody automatically gravitate to you. There's nothing like coming into a dealership and feeling like, what vulture going to jump on me? But it's a nice thing to walk into a dealership and know somebody's going to take care of me.
That's
it's
exactly
a
right.
difference.
That's exactly right.
And you sitting there hungry, wondering how your license is going to stay on, you're a vulture, okay? At this point, you just want me to buy anything to keep you where you need to be,
right.
instead of being blessed up to realize you're coming to help.
Right.
And that's the difference. But it's a formula, and you can use it any way you want. But we're giving different things because we're tired of people misusing folks. And then say, well, somebody was going to do it anyway. Well, why the heck it had to be you? So let's look at that. That's you and your choice. You took a blessing and didn't learn no lesson.
Yeah.
No, we just don't play over people. We hope and we encourage, and that way when that person leaves and they feel encouraged that this person took his time with me, I got the vehicle I wanted, they can usually come back and say thank you.
They will.
They'll come back and have a conversation with you.
They'll send their friends and family.
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
So let's start our new year and start today off these ways compared to the ways of the past.
There you go. And so again, tonight, folks, we are talking about your plans for success in 2023. And, Jay nailed it probably better than I did. I love to talk about the Lord. I love to talk about prayer. But the key to the year is to keep a positive mindset. Keep a positive attitude. And I know we've shared this story before, but I just want to share it one more time, just for the sake of 2023.
Okay.
There was a gentleman by the name of Napoleon Hill.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a bestseller book called Think and Grow Rich. It has sold 100 million copies. It's one of the best sellers under the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Years and years and millions behind the Bible, but it is one of the best sellers from mankind's standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And what Napoleon Hill did, he was hired by Andrew Carnegie to study all of the most wealthiest people in the world. Andrew Carnegie had everybody kind of in his back pocket. He was friends with all of the greats.
Right.
And so he said, Napoleon Hill, I want you to interview all of these people, and I want you to discover what makes people successful.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing that all of these people having, these very successful people, these multimillionaires, these inventors, these great people have in common? And so he studied them all.
Mm-hmm.
The number one thing that all very successful people have in common is positive mental attitude. Without positive mental attitude, you are at 50% capacity, and you may not even be that. No matter what you are attacking in this year, and we're going to encourage you to attack something specific. You can't be meandering throughout the world. You have to go laser focused toward the thing that you want. But keep your mindset positive. And in order to do that, you have to have what Jay said, a formula. How do you keep yourself positive? Nobody can answer that question but you.
Correct.
Right? Maybe you can read books. Maybe you can watch some YouTube videos. Maybe you can go to church and listen to some sermons. Right? Maybe you just do self-talk. Maybe you do some meditations.
Mhm.
Maybe you listen to some of your favorite motivational speakers. Maybe you stare into a candle and tell it what you want. Maybe sometimes you talk to yourself, right? You have to have positive self-talk in order to stay positive in your mind, because the world is going to look hazy at some places throughout this year. It's going to look like you're running in place. It's going to feel like you're not making progress. It's going to seem like you're not going anywhere, that you're failing like previous times or previous years. And by the way, if you have negative images in your head of the past, it's going to be hard to overcome them in today. You got to find a way to get those negative memories out of your consciousness. And the way you do that is by overcoming them with positivity for today.
I still got a problem with that, because you said you could stare into a candle, and immediately I thought about when somebody took some of that candle wax. That hot. I ain't like that.
Silly.
So I was just wondering,
You silly.
am I stuck on something? Because when you mentioned just stare at a candle and that came to my mind, I need help?
Well,
There's some things I have to work on. My bad. Keep going.
Yeah, some things you definitely need to work on with that one.
Work on.
We're not talking about sexual
I was
relationships.
just saying,
okay?
bro.
You
You
know?
say stare at the candle. I was wondering why.
Well, for those who don't know, that an exercise in focus is to stare in a candlelight.
Okay.
And what it will do, it will help your focus and concentration, because what you're training the mind to do is to keep the attention on one thing. I learned a new phrase as I did some training this year in 2022. I earned some certifications in mental development and mindset change, and I've just done a lot of development for myself this year. But one of the terms that is becoming popular is called the monkey mind.
Okay.
The monkey mind means that your mind is constantly bouncing off the walls. You can't keep yourself focused on positivity because you're always thinking about what happened last year. You're always thinking about the challenge. You're always thinking about the fears. That your mind just keeps going from side to side to side, just bouncing off the walls. That's the monkey mind. The monkey mind will cause you to feel confused. It'll cause you to feel kind of disintegrated. It'll cause you to feel powerless. And so what we have to learn to do is to focus and concentrate on the objective at hand.
Got you.
And when we stare into a candle, what we're really doing is training the mind. We don't understand this oftentimes, but the mind will follow instructions. You can teach your mind to focus. You can teach your mind to concentrate. You can teach your mind to stay positive, but it's going to take work.
Can you get people to mind their business?
Not so much.
Okay, I was just about to say, because it was working real good until I thought about some folks.
Not so much, but that's a part of the monkey mind, right?
Okay.
Gossip, being in other people's business, right? Just think about it. If you're not laser focused on your life, you're probably laser focused on somebody else's life. What somebody else has done. And so that's part of the reason why we need goal setting.
Makes sense.
Because goal setting is telling your mind, here's what I want to accomplish. It's perhaps telling God, here's what I want to do.
Okay.
And so if I start to focus in on what I want rather than what other people want, I'm going to keep a positive mindset, and I'm going to actually make progress. Many of the greats say that once you know what you want, you're halfway there. Once you know what you're, Jay, you've been in the sanitation business for years, right?
30-something years.
Yeah, and probably I'm thinking just in our inner workings, at 25 years, you decided, I don't want this anymore.
Correct.
I want my own.
Correct.
I was here when he made those decisions. I want my own.
Correct.
And so when he made the clear decision that I want my own, he stopped focusing on what they were doing and what they wanted and what they needed. And he took his whole attention and he focused it on that candlelight.
Yep.
That says, I can make my own way. I can create my own business. And there are many of you out there listening to this right now. You have the ability to create your own business.
Yes.
But you're too full of fear. You are thinking too much about the failures that you had in the past. And what if it doesn't work and how hard it's going to be.
Yep.
Get those thoughts out of your mind. Focus on positivity and focus on the direction of your goals, and you are going to find yourself moving in that direction.
Yes, because again, the reason why they in fear, because again, I was there, and I tell you, it's because it's a safety net, and somebody gave you the false illusion that your job will always be there. And please understand, in the state of Georgia and Tennessee, it's the right to work state, so they can get rid of you for any reason. So just knowing that alone, what is your plan if it ever happens? Nobody want to plan if that happens, because I'm gonna be here forever. Well, I thought the same thing when I was in corporate America. At one of my jobs, not to throw out waste management like that. Yeah, I did. I could do that.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
And I thought I was gonna be there to the duration. And then what they did was they closed that door to open up many more. So when I went on to the next one, and I started realizing that safety net closed on me, it was a falseness that opened up a trueness. The trueness is understanding it can happen, but what stop it from happening is when you're in a position of power. Okay? Because if I own mine, then it's kind of hard to get rid of me. Now, at least I just do something crazy.
Right.
Again, I'll tell you about that later.
Right.
Because that's not what you want to do either. But you got to respect things. When I understand the process, I start working for a process for me compared to the process I was giving them. And that right there gives you your security of how you going to make it when everything ain't guaranteed. Well, they guarantee you'll pay, but they also expect you to do certain things. That's how they get paid. So you got to change your mindset. You have a mindset of just doing what's being told. You have to have an open mindset to make sure things are processing and going. Sometimes it starts with just you, and then you got to hire the right people to get in the right place, and then they continue doing it. I really feel like I got a lot of that going with Camo, with my crew, but it wasn't easy. Just think about it. I went all the way up to Ridgely in Tennessee. That's on the other side. And then I'm coming from Atlanta. I got to make new people, and I got to get them my vision. So the first thing you do is I go in there with respect. I respect everybody from wherever they at, okay? And a lot of times people take that as a weakness. The only thing I can tell you is it's up to you on how you want to handle some things. Because by me going that direction, it makes it easier because now I'm demanding for respect to come back. Not from the title, it's from the man. I came in there not judging, and everybody judged me, and that's fine. But when we sit down, I expect us to have a conversation on the business and where we're going, because that's the plan. And you got to make sure that plan is very clear, so when you're not there, they understand your vision. And this is how you set things up. And I'm giving y'all great nuggets, because one of the things that most people do is we just go and clear house. You don't always have to clear house, but you need to understand your house. Understand it, because it got to run in your order. And if you out of order, understand it's going to be out of order.
Right.
So it's all that understanding what your vision and your mission statement is, and to carry it through and give everybody that fulfillment, knowing that that's what you stand for.
Right.
They stand behind you. That's what calls a great leader, but it also makes you a better man.
Right.
And I really feel like in today's time, we're losing that because it's just money, and, you know, just throw somebody here and there. No, I feel like it's like a great coach. You got to have the right people on your team in the right place.
There you go.
Know your placement. That's why they say have an assessment all the time. Assess your people, because sometimes it gets boring. They do their job so well, but there's other good things that they can do. And that's why you want to evaluate them. And you want to always kind of, and it's hard to do when you got multiple people in multiple places, but if you have the right people, they'll bring it to your attention.
Right. And
that's what I'm trying to do there. That's why I can scatter across the states, and that's why I can be in multiple places, so I can show people that we can still be about the people. I don't want to tell you all what I do over there, Camo, because a lot of these things you're going to find out when you come over here to me. I'm trying to bring back some things that was taken away, or some things that was never ever shown, because I want to get back to some of the core principles of garbage compared to the politics. Because really, no matter how that goes, I want to make sure everybody go home safely. That's my number one goal. But they can come to work, enjoy working, and again, that joy gonna be different, and go home safe.
Yeah.
All limbs, all toes, 10 toes down. And then they understand that's what he stood for. And that's why they appreciate and do a lot of the things I need done. Now, when it comes to me, my goal setting is a little bit differently, because not even I got that goal setting in relationships. I have to date for purpose. I have to have more understanding of where I want to go. So if I'm sitting down with you, before I ain't asked about where all we was going, what we was doing. I was having a lot of fun. I'm at an age now that I'm tired of the fun, and I need to understand where we're going. All right, we can go out to eat. I got no money. I can do that. We can go out to eat. I can go fly places and do what? We're flying there for what? It has to have purpose and meaning for me now. Just to say I did it, I did it. I done it. Okay? And they got a false illusion down here in Atlanta. Everybody gonna do this and everybody. First of all, it has to make sense. And that's one of the things that I'm pushing hard on when I date people is I want to make it make sense. And just let everybody know I'm not even really dating no more. I leave a lot of stuff alone. Okay. I got too much on my plate. 2023, everybody like, yo, Jay be dating everybody. Listen, you know me for 2022. 2023, you should have known. No, I'm not. I don't got time for that because my time is too valuable and I can't just give it to everybody. So I just don't date everybody. I'm sorry. So it's a lot of people been cut. It's no dig, no disappointment. You just knew my growth, and my growth wasn't gonna be with everybody. I'm too big for that. Not just because again all the stuff I got going on. It's just again I have to change my mindset when I want more, and I want to do more, and everybody's not really trying to add to that equation.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be major. If you set your mind in 2023 to accomplish something great, you're probably going to have to move outside of the circle of people that you're with.
That's not gonna be nice, and it's not easy.
It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be mandatory.
Yes.
That you cannot operate in mediocrity and amongst mediocrity and expect to create excellence. And if you've made your mind up to create excellence in your life, you got to get rid of mediocrity. It doesn't say you have to throw people away. Right. It doesn't mean you can't hang out with them or have a beer, go to the game, or have family events. It doesn't mean that. But it means that you have to operate, your mindset has to operate at excellence while everyone else might be operating at mediocrity. Okay? There's so many points to make here, and Jay, you really covered some powerful stuff. I want to take just a moment to give you the 6 major areas of life, because as you're setting goals for 2023, there's 6 areas you need to focus on. There are only 6 areas. You can create some more, but there's 6 basic areas of life, and so you should have one goal in each of these areas every single month.
All right.
Which means you should have 6 core goals for each month. Those goals would be health.
Yes.
They would be career.
Yes.
They would be your social life. They would be your educational life.
I like that.
They would be your family life.
Oh yeah, gotta keep going.
And they would be your basically your physical life, right?
Okay.
So perhaps I might have a goal to to get more education, and so I'm gonna read a book. I'm gonna read 3 books a month.
Okay.
You see how that works? My goal is to improve myself in my area of business. And how am I going to do that? My task is read 3 books a month.
Okay.
Maybe I need to start reading more magazine articles. Magazines typically are up to date.
Okay.
They give you new information. But the core is I need to grow myself. Right? I'm not going to be able to operate with the same knowledge throughout the entire year. I'm going to have to learn some new stuff so I can begin to apply it to my life. You might have to set a goal to strengthen your relationship with your spouse or significant other. You might have to set a goal to strengthen your relationship with your kids. You're going to have to, you're going to have to just be what we call laser focused. And you can't be laser focused by just sitting on the sideline of life. You got to have some intentions and you got to have some purposes. And that's what Jay said. It's about setting priorities for the year, setting priorities for the month. As you do your planning, you don't just plan for the year. You should plan every single week. This is real important, right? Because it's tough sometimes to develop ourselves. But I think we should develop ourselves, everyone, and this is coming from my Minecraft new product. We should develop ourselves by setting new intentions, right? And so every week the intention might be something different. I need to work harder this month. I need to ask for some help this week. I need to do some research this week. I need to, I need to ask for some more help this week. I might need to seek partnership this week. But what I'm doing is I'm determining what I want to be the outcome of every week. This is how life works. You throw the rod,
Right.
and once it hooks on what you're trying to reach, you pull yourself toward it.
Okay, we fishing. I'm getting
You're
it. I'm
fishing,
getting it.
right? You're fishing for success. You may be fishing for money. You may be fishing for ideas. You may be fishing for help. You could be fishing for any number of things. But the point is, if you don't know what you want to accomplish, if you have not set the intention for why you're doing what you're going to do tomorrow, that time is going to waste into nothing. It's the way life works. If you wake up tomorrow morning and you have not already decided what today should look like in terms of productivity, half of the day is going to be wasted.
Yep.
So that means we always have to be proactive and intentional and think ahead of tomorrow.
Correct.
And that just means saying, you know what, tomorrow, on Sunday, for example, I need to sit down and create a plan for the week. And so this week, I'm going to focus on my health. So maybe on Sunday night, I need to go to the grocery store and go ahead and plan all my meals out for the week. This week, I'm going to spend some more time with my child. And so on Tuesday night, I'm going to come home and we're going to watch our favorite program together. And then after that, I'm going to look over my baby's homework or whatever. But I'm being proactive and intentional. Don't let tomorrow catch you without the plan.
I like that.
Right? And if you do that, you got 365 days of planning. Your thoughts create your reality.
That's correct.
And if you do not have tomorrow, if you do not identify what you want to achieve tomorrow, it's going to just wind up being what the world wants it to be. And you're going to miss that 24 hours of productivity. Don't let yourself be non-productive because you don't know what you need to do, because you don't know what you need to achieve. Is that making sense, Jay?
Man, it's making more sense than I would like to say what everybody's got to tell me about money. Okay? You gave some things that had nothing to do with money.
Right.
And I'm telling you now, a lot of y'all going to be tuned out because they never told us how successful Jay is and how much money he got because you're chasing money. Mine came at a time where I had to push away from money and safety net of money to realize what I'm good at and what somebody pay me for it.
Right.
And a lot of people feel like you're worth something. You overvaluing yourself because you ain't true to yourself. Because like you just said, you got to study and you got to enhance yourself before you keep throwing numbers at somebody. They want you to prove yourself. Well, my whole thing is how knowledgeable you are and how strong you are showing what your resolve can be. That is your putting into others and doing things. Makes somebody say, hey, yeah, I can listen to him, I can follow him, and I'm willing to pay this. Okay? That's what that's about. But a lot of people feel like, no, he follows such and such, and this is how you do it. So they come up with their own formula, and they come in unbusted.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of work in that.
Yeah.
But if you really think about what we're doing, you know, when you're doing Minecraft, and you're trying to look at all what I have to learn, what platforms, what degrees I might need. Now, see, I'm telling more as business that y'all might, but I like to tell it because one of the things, just don't think you can get on the phone and all of a sudden think you can do what he do. It's more to it, and that's the problem of people biting and hating.
Yeah.
Just understand there's more to it. Now, this is the most givingest man I know. I'm pretty sure if you was able to DM him and ask him, he'd give you a lot of great advice without even charging. Not to say I'm cutting his pockets.
No, you know, that's it.
I just know this is that caring dude.
Yeah.
Now, eventually, he going to have to charge. I mean, I hate to say this. Y'all want to get rich. We ain't trying to get poor. One of the things we do, we try to make money. But see, y'all just trying to make money. We trying to make our money make money.
Right.
So I can't just give you stuff for free. So please, anybody that inbox me talking about, can I get a box, can a can? Please understand, I am an owner in my business. Just giving you something ain't helping my business. And you ain't helping my future goals. So guess what? That's why I have goals, to keep your butt away from me.
There you go.
So
There you
pay
go.
my price. And if you broke, I understand it. But you're going to pay my price. Because today's price ain't tomorrow's price. And I can't keep lowering prices just because you want to be my friend. I don't need friends like that. I need people to understand the things I'm putting behind it and the fact that I respect myself enough that it's worth it because I stand behind my product. And that's where I feel like people get lost. And it's like, no, you got to, you're supposed to help everybody. This ain't no crabs in a bucket. We march together. Ain't no pull up, pull down. We all march. But see, you trying to take food off my plate. And these are the things that I feel like the self-destructing that we keep playing around with and say, I was just playing. No, you wasn't playing. And I don't play like that. My whole thing is I can do some things and discount some things, but I just don't give things away because nothing was just given to me. I might as well teach you real because, again, I want you to be successful at your business. And one of them is making sure you got the right price for your product and know your product.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of products out there, and what makes yours stand out is usually going to be you. Because it's going to have to stand by what you stand for. And if you don't stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. And I don't want you to fail. Not in 2023, 2022. And if you failed in the past, please understand, it's just a lesson.
Just a lesson.
And get back up, because I promise you, I've failed down many times. But it's not about me keeping my head down to see what's stumbling me. It's for me to get back to learning, like you said, learning new things, for it won't happen the same way it happened last time.
Yeah. And let me plant this seed, and we all need this seed right
Plant it,
here.
plant it.
Right? That I want you to work harder than you've ever worked before in 2023.
Okay.
You see, all of those people who you see in the world who are very, very successful, you can't see what's happening behind the curtain. You can't see what's happening on the sideline, but they have been working very, very hard. There will be no downtime in 2023. There's no time to, unless you plan a vacation, unless you plan relaxation, unless you plan time for downtime, there is no downtime. You have to always be on your grind. Plan. If you are not working a job, you ought to be reading 10, 12, 15 hours a day. But there is no time for wasting time. I'm telling you, you got to be a hard work. Hard work will outperform intelligence. Hard work will outdo people just with money. Hard work pays off. And we are not here to play dream adrift.
Nope.
We have hard work to do and load to lift. Shun not the struggle, for it is God's gift. Be strong, be strong. You got to wake up every day with fire, and you got to go hard in life. And this is one of the things that people are missing. We are not here in this world to lounge and to play and to laugh.
Say it.
We say all the time, this life is about the dash between your birth date and your termination date. And if you haven't done anything with the dash, you will have left lots of opportunity on the table that was meant for you to do great things with your life.
Yes.
You know, you just think about a rose growing. You know, that rose is always under pressure. Somebody's always trying to pull the rose up or push it to the side, you know, but it's always got to be fighting until the day it goes. It has to be reaching for the sunlight. It has to be reaching up for the sunlight, and it has to be reaching down for the water and the moisture. That it is constantly fighting. There is no days that it does not be on alert and at full tilt. You know, so we need to have that attitude in our mindset. We need to have the knowledge that there should be no downtime. The other thing I want to share with you is that you don't know what you don't know.
Right.
Don't spend years going in the wrong direction. Don't spend years making mistakes that thousands of other people have made. It's time to ask for help. There is someone in your sphere of influence. If there's not, go find them and ask them how to do what you are attempting to do. Those people who have been very successful in your field of human endeavor, whether it's music or the arts, whether you're trying to be a mechanic, whether you're trying to get a certain level of education, whether you're trying to have a certain type of relationship, no matter what it is, somebody's already done it. Don't think that you have to be alone in this world, because you don't. You can go and ask for help. Every success that Jay has had since he left working for somebody else, he has been asking questions. He has been creating partnerships. And all of the knowledge and all of the effort partnered with someone else produces great fruit.
Yes, it does.
If you think you gotta do it, or you think you can do it on your own, you can't. You gotta watch what other people are doing. Study your craft. Study the people who are successful in your craft. Right? I've been studying motivational speakers for years. And in fact, and I'll kind of close with this, I've been studying them for so long that it has created a passion in me about how they're missing the mark. So now I can put my product against any motivational speaker on the globe, and I can tell you where my product exceeds their product. I don't bash them. I don't, talk down about them. But when I get ready to deliver my product to someone who's thinking about buying mine or theirs,
Right.
I promise you I got a competitive edge because I've been watching what they've been doing. I've been studying how they've done what they've done. So I'm encouraging you to ask for help and seek knowledge in 2023. Work hard like you've never worked hard before and keep setting priorities. Take a clean sheet of paper and just start writing down what you want to accomplish. I want you to write an entire notebook of what you want to accomplish. Don't worry about how it's going to happen. Don't consider if it's possible, if it's not possible. Just write down what you want. Write down your vision. Write down what you desire, because that sheet of paper shall become a foundation. It almost will start working for you when you don't even know it's working for you. It'll keep you clear. It'll keep you focused. The written word, our written word, is just as powerful as God's written word. You see, he put his word in black and white. It can't be changed. It can't be moved. It's unchangeable. When you put your goals and your desires and your passions and your purpose in black and white, it can't change by night and day. You can come back and read it the same day, or you can come back and read it next year, and it's exactly the same message. And we need to put concrete messages in our head, just like the Lord puts concrete messages in our heart. You must stay focused on the priorities, and the priorities can be built with pen and paper. Never forget that. Pen and paper. Anything else? before we
Man,
close
the only
out?
thing I can tell y'all again, as we wrap this up and for the new year, is we was talking about 2023. One of the things I can tell you, if this hit you in any kind of way, apply it now. One of the biggest failures is waiting on the new year to start something. Anything that's brewing you, any fire in you, start doing it now.
Right.
Okay? Don't let that fire die because I planned it next week.
Right.
I planned to diet. New year, I'm going to do this new exercise. Start it right now.
Start it right
Get
now.
that fire going for it to keep on going because it's a work.
Right.
And one of the things I'm going to tell you is not going to be easy, so you might as well start it right now. The biggest problem is everybody looking for tomorrow or next year or next week, and the put off is your problem.
Right.
That's why it stays in a dormant state and not in an active state.
Right.
Stay active.
Right.
That's why I say read, find some things. Reinvent yourself every day if you need to, but what you don't do is get back to that comfortable state of not doing it.
If you do one thing every single day toward your objective, you have done 5 things every week toward your objective. You've done 7 things every week toward your objective. And that's the name of the game in life. Apply activity, apply action every day.
Man, you said it.
And this has been Bar Talk with Jay. My name is Craftmatic. This is my boy Smooth J. And we want to thank you folks for being with us tonight. We are here every Thursday, 7 to 8 Facebook Live. And of course, if you have comments or questions, please feel free to DM us or email us.
And subscribe.
Subscribe. Absolutely, subscribe. And we only do this for you.
Yep.
Folks, I'll tell you, and I cannot tell you any more sincerely that we love you and we appreciate you. And with that, we are out.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.